Welcome back, experts. After last week of being an expert on you, it's time to go deeper in info writing. And remember that our goal in info writing is to teach. Now, you are not just an expert about you are already an expert on so much. And for the doubters out there, if you don't believe me, check out all the things that you could be an expert on already without even knowing it. You could be an expert on things that you do, like drawing anime or playing a musical instrument. Or you might be an expert on places that you have been, like places in nature or amusement parks like Valley Fair, or places you used to live. Maybe you used to live up in northern Minnesota, or maybe places you've gone on road trips or vacations. Or maybe museums that you've gone to that you've really loved, like the Science Museum or the Children's Museum. Or maybe there's a place where your grandma lives or another family member lives that you visit a lot and that you know a ton about. Maybe it's the topics that you've studied that you want to be an expert on. Maybe it's an animal that you know everything about, or history that you're super fascinated by. Maybe it's, let's see how I can put this in. Maybe it's the occasions that you celebrate with your family, whether it's Christmas or Easter or a quinceanera. Oh, I spelled that wrong. There's a C in there. Or Kwanzaa, or your birthdays with your family. Or maybe it's pop culture that you follow, favorite bands or artists, a favorite movie or TV show, a favorite actor or YouTuber. Maybe for you, it's all about sports. Or maybe you're somebody that collects things, whether it's rocks or Pokemon cards or Legos or different action figures. I'm running out of room because of all the things that you could be an expert on. The last one I'll fit in is many of you guys have responsibilities at home, stuff that people rely on you for, like chores or jobs or taking care of pets or babysitting. As you can see, experts, there is a lot that you are an expert on. In a second, you'll come back to this, but I want to show you how I've used these tools to think about what I could become an expert on as I begin my next booklet this week. So my first step was to think across these topics and decide which one fit me best. And for me, the thing that really jumped out to me, put my name on the top, and you can do this too, is I was thinking about the category of things that I do. And when I was thinking about the category of things that I do, I don't actually draw anime or play an instrument, but one topic that I could definitely write a lot about is baking. I have always loved to bake, mostly because I love sweets. And what better way to eat sweets than by making them yourself? So I've chosen my topic. Now I'm going to move on to step 3. And that's to list parts of your topic that I could teach about. Baking's kind of the umbrella, experts. I want to think about some ideas or some subtopics that fit underneath it. And if you remember from reader's class, we think about our umbrella as what the whole booklet is going to be about, and the buttons or the subtopics under being what each page will be about. So for page 1, what I'm going to think about is what I can teach. Now, one thing I could teach is like tips to be a good baker. Okay, I could definitely teach some tips that someone might want to learn about if they want to become a good baker. And you know what? I could also teach about the mistakes that bakers should avoid. So, what kind of like a what not to do page is what I'm thinking. All right, so I've figured out some tips, and I've also done some things wrong so I could teach my readers what not to do. And then third, I bet that my readers will be interested in figuring out a recipe. So I want to start with a really simple recipe, Funfetti cookies. They will just make you drool, okay? So to review my steps, because you're about to do this too, first I thought about all these options, whether it was things I do, collections I cherish, sports I play, places I've been, pop culture I fan over, occasions I celebrate, topics I study, or stuff people rely on me. And I came up with one topic that I could really write a lot about. Then I thought about 3 parts of my topic that I could write a different subtopic or a different page about. 6th graders, in a second you're going to be doing the same thing. Can you please take out a packet that matches your writing level, how fast you write, by checking how many pages are in it and how many lines are on each page. When you found one that works for you, please complete steps 1, 2, and 3. When you're done with all of these 3 steps, check in with a teacher. Happy writing!